Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs episode 2. And during the last episode, we met Asushi and Dazai and a whole bunch of other characters. And Asushi is someone that turns into a tiger, and Osamu and the others are detectives. They're part of the armed detective agency, and they were looking to find the tiger. Turns out the tiger was Asushi, and now Ozai is like, you're gonna join the agency, basically. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider support on Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. I feel like I basically understood where this episode was going from the very beginning. You know, like he woke up. Dazai calls him. He's like, "You're the only one that can help." I'm like, knowing how his character is just from the one episode, I felt like this thing that only he can help him with, it's not gonna be anything like any case related, like only his power can help or something or that. I knew it was gonna be something just insignificant, basically. And that's exactly what happened. He was trying to, I don't want to use the word. Yeah, what was the first word that he used in the first? Submerge. Okay. He was trying to submerge. Start to. Let me make sure that I can say the word properly. I don't want to use the actual word. Submerge. Yeah, submerge. I know what I was trying to, when I was saying it didn't sound quite right. So he was trying to submerge himself, which I'm like, why is he so obsessed with submersion? You know, like, I know he said at one point in the episode that everyone that has how about to say quirk, everyone that has like a power, a gift, has something wrong inside of them or something or other like that. He said something like that during this episode. Even the guy that was pretending to be the bomber or whatever, he said the same thing. So I'm like, okay, is this what's wrong with him? Him always trying to submerge himself? Like, I don't know his obsession with that. So he was in there. And then he basically asked Asushi to help him. And Asushi was like, okay, why didn't you call the others to help you? And he's like, yeah, I called them. I told them I was on death's door. And then he's like, congratulations. And they were like, congratulations. So when I'm like, yeah, well, what would you expect them to say? You've been trying to submerge yourself, like, it seems like forever. So why would they worry when you are on death's door? Since that's what you've been trying to do, you know. But he helps him out. And then he was telling Dazai that he doesn't feel like he is gonna be of any use joining the agency and everything. And then he's like, so Dazai asked him, so what are you planning on doing? He's like, I guess I'm gonna just look for a job and something like that. And then Dazai's like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take you to someone that can help you find a job. I'm like, really? Gonna help him find a job? Clearly, he's taking him to the agency. And then there was his name, Kunikida. Kunikida showed up, and then I was like, okay, there's an emergency. There's someone that has a bomb at the agency, and I'm like, I'm thinking this is all part of a plan, you know. And then they got there. That moment where they were like, there's only one thing to do, and they were facing each other, and they all had like this position. They were, each of them were, I'm like, they're about to do rock paper scissors and stuff, and that's exactly what they did. And then Kunikida is the one that lost, and then he went out there, and then the guy that had the mom was like, I know who you are, I know your power. And I was trying to see, okay, what was his power again? He said Dopo Poet. I didn't really know exactly what the ability is. And the guy's like, just get on all fours on the table or something or other like that. So clearly he needs to see every part of himself to make sure that he's not using his ability and whatnot. So that I was just telling Asushi to just go there and create some kind of diversion, and then they're gonna take care of the dude. Before he even went there, they were talking about the bomb and how if they had something to cover it up, then the explosion wouldn't be that great, I guess, and everything. And then that was just like, okay, you go out there, you create some kind of diversion, just act like the what was it? What did it say again? Basically, act like the way Asushi feels about himself, basically, in this particular moment in his life. So basically act like that. And then he went out there, he started acting like that. But then at one point it didn't turn, it wasn't acting anymore, because it was like everything that he was saying was basically how he feels about his life. He's like, okay, I don't have any friends, I don't have this, I don't have that, but I'm still trying to live, and that's better than what you're trying to do. You're about to kill me and all of that. He made his way toward the guy, and as he kept saying all these things that was applying to himself, and who was it? Kunikida just like took out his book or something or other, and then he wrote something in there, and then tore off the paper, and the paper turned into whatever it is that he wrote on the paper, and then he used that to disarm the dude, and they took the guy down, right? And then Dazai with himself, when he was telling Kunikida that if you're too anxious or too angry or something or other like that, you're gonna basically grow older faster or something along those lines. That's not exactly what he said, but I'm paraphrasing. And then he's like, okay, you write down in your book. I'm like, this is exactly the same thing that he did when they were at the restaurant or whatever last episode, and he saw the beam, and then he gave him some kind of excuse or whatever, because Kunikita was like, don't just be looking at the thing to see how you can use it to submerge yourself or whatnot. And he's like, no, that's not why I'm looking at it. It's because of this. And then this guy, he's like, yeah, write it down. And then he started writing. He's like, I'm kidding. Basically, something like that. And then when he told him in this episode, okay, write it down. I'm like, he's still kidding. And that's exactly what happened. And then Kunikita got upset, basically, and jumped on Dazai. I don't know if... I want to say that it was all part of the plan. But knowing Dazai, I don't think that particular aspect of it was part of the plan. Yeah, they were all trying to test Asushi. They were all trying to test Asushi, and sooner or later they would have found a way to let, what's his name, Junichiro, go so that he can detonate the bomb or whatnot. But I feel like this particular thing about him writing in the book and all that, I'm kidding, and getting that dude upset wasn't part of it. Either way, he got upset. He jumped on Dazai, and then Junichiro pressed the button, and then they're like, oh, what are we gonna do? And then Asushi remembered what Dazai said about the bomb and covering it up and everything. And then he was looking at the girl, and the girl was fake crying, and then he jumped on the bomb himself. He covered the bomb with himself. And I'm like, I knew he was gonna do that. But it also shows you how little he values his own life compared to other people, because he feels like he doesn't really have anything to offer and whatnot. So he covered the bomb up, and That's when they revealed that this was all test. The president showed up. I went back to look at what his ability is, and he's like, all men are created equal. Then I was like trying to think about what that ability might possibly mean or do or something. Maybe when he uses it, like, okay, let's say he's facing that anybody, he's facing that anybody, and maybe he doesn't actually have like an active power, like let's say he's facing Dazai, and then he uses his ability, all men are created equal. He's basically gonna be copying Dazai's ability, which is no longer human. Like he's also gonna have the no longer human ability, maybe. Like that's what I'm thinking, that's what that one is. Like, all men are created equal. That means you guys are equal. So how are you equal? Using your abilities, you both have the same ability. That's what I'm thinking his power is, or I don't really know. So yeah, he's like, this was all a test. Dazai brought him the suggestion of letting Asumo into the agency, and he's like, we need to test him first, and that was a test, and then he led the decision up to Dazai. So of course Dazai's gonna be like, you're gonna join us. And then at the end there, he was like, Asumo, Dazai was telling Asumo, okay, just because we say that you can join doesn't mean you have to. But then he basically turned the table on him, like, if you don't join up with us, then you're gonna go through this and this and this and this, and you might even die. And I'm like, boy, he just manipulating the boy into joining the agency. Like there was no other choice for him but to join the agency. So yeah, that was what this episode was, just a test for him to join the agency. So I'm guessing next episode is gonna be that he has to go through some kind of training session, right? Because like he said in this episode, he doesn't really know how to control his ability, turning into a tiger and everything. He doesn't really know how to do that. So there has to be some kind of training session. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to episode 3, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/FreeMini. And you can also see the full line for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down. No love, you don't love.